Oh, there we go. Here we are. I think mic is working. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Sesame Street. But welcome. Welcome, y'all, to the live stream. Another week, another Friday. We're back. I do want to kind of acknowledge last week. Just very last week I was just very burnt out. I was just anxious and kind of like, I just didn't want to be on camera last week. So I was just kind of like, So I started the stream last week and then ended it and then restarted. I don't know if I was on camera last week at all, technically, that y'all saw. The few who did see. But yeah. So apologies for last week, but we're back. Still kind of tired, still kind of exhausted. But we're here. We're doing our thing. Also posted this a little bit late with putting out the word on this. I've been, as I always say, been busy with life, been doing stuff, been working, doing personal things, going around. I went to Spirit Halloween just before this stream. So it was a fun time. It was cool seeing everything that they have there. I'm still trying to think of what to do for Halloween for me personally. Because since I don't really have that many costume ideas, but we're here. We're doing our thing. Thank y'all for whoever gave the first like. Appreciate it. Thank you to whoever gave that first like. So very nice. But yeah. So went to Spirit Halloween today. Was fun. Was cool to kind of see what's going down everywhere. So pretty nice. Also this week I went to a show. My local kind of bands. They had a little thing at a local bar, so went there. I actually did merch. For my friend's band. The Frogs and Toads. Shout out to Lou and V and Elliot and Jack. All four of those people, great people, love them. And so I did merch for them on that day and got me a little wristband as a little token. I got a little toad one that has, I think this is the colors of the, I think it's non-binary. Correct me if I'm wrong, but cool little bracelet there. Been wearing it ever since. Well, not all over, but just been wearing it. Yeah, whenever I've been going out, doing work, or just going out and socializing. So it's been fun. Albeit very tiring and busy. And that's why we're doing this a little bit earlier at 6 p.m. instead of at 8. Because, is this even plugged in? Hold on. Excuse me while I be non-professional. Hold on. Oh, what's going down? Oh, there we are. There we go. Now that's plugged in. Now that's charged. Okay. Much better. So I can make sure that my microphone will not die during this stream, because I know this is okay. I just didn't know if my adapter was okay, but it's fine. It's plugged in. Everything works. But yeah, what was I saying? About Frogs and Toads being there. I sold merch there. Was a great time. They accommodated me very well. They gave me food. They gave me a free merch. I got their t-shirt too. It's sick. It's in my closet. I won't bring it out, but check them out. They got great music. I think that they're working on an album sooner or later. I think they're working on it. So looking forward to it. Hopefully, hopefully I'll be able to go to a future show and hopefully help them with the merch, because they treat me so well, and it was a good time being there. The music was great. The two other bands that performed there, I only saw the second band, and they did great. Yeah, they were cool, and their merch was very nice. And then the third band, I didn't stick around because it was late. I had to work, the next day. I have work basically every day. So, except for like Saturday and Sunday. unless they want me to work Saturday, then I have to. But, and I was originally going to be working this Saturday, but they canceled it. So I was like, nurse. So we're here, albeit a couple hours earlier, but that's just because, I want to get on here. I want to get going with the night, with the Day of the Toys talk stuff, and kind of a simple stream. Also, the hair's growing. It's really going now. It's really here the beard's going. Might shave the beard, so it'll probably be gone next week, but because it's always time to clean up at some point, but always a good time, and glad to be back and kind of be in full swing and be talking to y'all. So yeah, really for updates toy-wise, nothing very much. Donatello's back on the wall. Hopefully at some point I can get something going with him. I do want to get him signed. My plan is to do the voice actor for the cartoon, original cartoon Turtles, because I just love that guy and I love his Donatello. So at some point maybe I'll get that signed. Nothing very much for the wall. Nothing's changed. I do have a new kind of turtle display kind of set up. I gotta post a picture, so look forward to that on my Instagram, where I have the remaster turtles kind of stacked up over the NECA, the Stump Wrestling turtles, and then I got the remastered box and put all of my kind of like more adjacent kind of comic Mirage Turtles stuff there, all except for like the little monster and like the Mauser and the and the Utrom up there over Baxter. So they're still there, and then I still got little Skeletor up there looking sick. So but we've just been busy as always. But for pickups, we got something actually pretty interesting and something I was not expecting to see in the stores at all, especially for this price. I should have posted it on Instagram, but I was just so busy. I was like, oh, I forgot to do this. So it's been a little bit late, but I did pick up the Star Wars kind of, what is it? Revenge of the Sith. This isn't technically Black Series, I guess. It is a Black Series figure, but it's not Black Series line. This is kind of like, I guess, kind of like their retro card. Is this retro? This is kind of, this is 20 years. I wouldn't say it's retro, but kind of, I don't know, but kind of clamshell, kind of like this line. Kit Fisto. Got him from my local Walmart, and he was $8 frickin' $8. They had like a whole case of these in the clearance section. I was debating on getting 2, but I was like, you know what? I'm just getting 1. I'll leave the rest for all my other guys, because I know some toy guys, so I'll leave them, see if they'll get them, and get them going. Because shout out to my guy Brian, because he had got the Commander Cody. Oh, that makes me... Okay. The future stream. I don't know why I'm thinking about that now, but at some point, he'll be on a stream. He'll do his own thing. He looks so cool. Needed a Kit Fisto. Haven't had one before, but he looks great. Definitely needed and worth the price entirely. Probably gonna try to save this card back because, it's got the Kit Fisto stuff. It's got the cool image of him all cool looking, and then him all action oriented. So he looks great. But with this one, I think it's more based off of the episode 2 look where he's more smiling. No, he's kind of more stoic. He's just kind of like that a bit. But he looks great. But he was more kind of fun in that second movie, being like, and then moving on. And then he was great at Clone Wars, a little bit more serious, and more closer to, I think, episode 3 than episode 2, but still great. And can't wait. It is still kind of weird to me that he doesn't have a cloak, but I think this is still kind of more episode 2, because episode 3 he looks like this. I think yeah, like his colors are a lot more saturated, and then also like the robes are a lot more kind of like orangey, kind of darker hues compared to like this grayish, kind of white, brownish kind of color. So to each their own, but it's still a fantastic Kit Fisto, needed for the line, needed for the collection, need more Jedi in general, and we're getting more Jedi, so it's finally nice to really get all of our Jedi, and also for them to re-release these older kind of figures of these characters and kind of give them little updates and make them look nice, look cool. I'm looking at the image to see if they made it pinless. I don't think it's pinless. I don't think they really care about that in Star Wars. No, he's got pins. Okay. So yeah, but in any case, he looks great. Can't wait to open this. Look forward to it. I look forward to it. You should look forward to it because it's Kit Fisto. It's Star Wars. And we're doing Star Wars today, so plenty to see, plenty to do, plenty to yap about. So yeah. Anything else? Oh yeah. Most recently on Instagram, I posted a new picture, a new reel, and another picture. So first picture I did was my duo of Joker and Harley Quinn. Picture that was for it was for Batman Day, but I missed it, so I posted the day after because I was like, you know what? Gotta be a little off, like the Joker. And I don't really have a Batman picture planned out. I need to take a picture of my my Golden Age Batman at some point because he looks great there. He looks amazing. He's on the shelf right there. I'm looking right at him. He looks great. But then they have that year one Batman from Mezco. They also have also the Dark Knight one, and that one looks all right. But the Joker looks great, so I'm like, ooh. Maybe we gotta see what's going on. It's not exclusive, so I'm like, I might wait until it's there in stores, or I might just get it sooner than later just to be like, I got it. It's there. It's done. So we'll see. But yeah, and then also, what else? Oh yeah, and then so posted the picture for that, and then also the behind the scenes reel. So be sure to check that all out, see all that jazz. And then also want to mention my latest picture that I put up there too is also another Star Wars picture. A lot of Star Wars this week. Is the I did a Emperor Palpatine kind of like presenting the shirtless the Darth Maul figure with his double-bladed lightsaber because because the picture's theme was worthy, which is okay. Let me go back. I'm just rambling on. Okay. So my latest picture, that I posted was a part of a collaboration with 3 other toy photographers. Matt's toy shop. He's got a YouTube, so be sure to check him out. He's great. Then it was with Sharkman Dave. Check out his Instagram and also Matt's as well. And then also Lex Collects. I think he just has Instagram as well. And also for Dave, I don't think they have YouTubes for all I know. But be sure to check those 3 out. We did a collaboration, so where one of us come up with a theme. And so Matt kind of starting kind of back, and we did our Heroes United collab a while ago, a long time ago. I think technically last year, or even like beginning of this year, I think it was. Yeah, when we stopped it because everyone was just busy and it kind of just fell to the wayside, accidentally. So we brought that back because I think Matt was kind of like, hey, is it time? Because him and I have been like talking. I think him and Dave have been doing stuff, and then Lex has just been doing his own thing. I've been kind of doing my own thing as well. But Dave and Matt have still been doing their stuff. I forget what their thing's called, but it's good. And they post more often. Yeah, they're really on there. They're really engaging with the community. yeah, I'm kind of in my little corner, like, attention, please, no, all right, here's a picture. That's always my thing with Instagram. I'm kind of like a little like a grandma, like, oh, huh, huh. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'll go back to my little man cave. Essentially my room. But in any case. So yeah, so that was fun. So it was nice to get back with those guys, get back onto doing photography. It was a lot of fun and I really enjoyed it. I think the picture turned out well. It's not perfect, but it's something that I've been like, okay, let's hone in. Let's really get this going, kind of simplify my shooting style and use just what I need. So yeah, so be sure to check out our pictures. I did Palpatine with Maul, and then Matt did his Punisher, kind of like looking at his skull, being kind of like, am I worthy of this? Am I worthy of being the Punisher? That kind of thing. And then you have Dave, with the new, the Gamerverse, the Captain America walking up to grab Mjolnir, and that's just like a perfect shot. Dave always brings freaking heat. And then Lex, he did Snake Eyes versus Storm Shadow, with Snake Eyes kind of like defeating Storm Shadow to kind of prove that he's worthy to be the leader of his clan. So that was really good. Love all the pictures. Love all the creativity and all the kind of like the story and the art that we're all bringing. And, just having fun. And we're kind of like razzing each other each time. We're kind of like, oh, who's going to be late? Who's going to... who's gonna screw it up this time? But I love those guys. They're always great. So check out the Instagram, do all that stuff. Also, kind of late in, but be sure to like this video. Go check out the other videos that I have here on the channel, all the shorts, all the things, all the reviews. I still got videos. I got all my previous live streams. Yeah, and be sure to check out the last one. Kind of skip through the first 5 minutes, I think, of the last stream, but even still, it's just fun. It's just fun doing this. So yeah, be sure to like the video, comment what you want to see here on the channel or what you enjoy, and then, good old subscribe. I want to try to get to 500 on this account, and I also want to get to 5,000. I'm planning on Instagram by the end of this year. I kind of want to see if I can do a giveaway. I want to try something. Maybe at some point. We'll have to see. No guarantee, but, I just really appreciate it if y'all would just, I don't know. I just want to push, especially this YouTube channel more. It's like, I got to do more videos, got to do more reviews, because those do pretty well. I think the Ready Fillet has 90 something, so doing pretty good. Yeah, for my standards, I think that's fine. And then even the last live stream is at nearly 100 too, so thank y'all for the support on that, even with me freaking crashing out at the beginning. But yeah, lots of fun. Staying busy, but trying to just enjoy this hobby more. I've been kind of in a rut when it comes to getting toys. Where I'll be like, okay, this is fine. It's like, okay, this is cool. Yeah, this is cool. And then I'll have a really good figure, and then I'll be like, okay, this is amazing. And then I'll kind of go and I'll be like, okay, another toy, another figure, another figure. So it's just been nice to kind of enjoy, I guess, the art form more and kind of what I'm doing a bit more. Even though I don't think that this video is going to do amazing because it's because it's just Star Wars. Well, Star Wars does well. It's just character-based stuff. But we got Grogu in there, so clickbait, whatever names. But okay. But we're going to move on with our rambling. I don't think I really have anything else to show off or talk about. We've seen everything last week. I'll be shaman tomorrow. Go look at figures tomorrow, so expect more, I guess, next week. Also, next week, start of October, spooky month. So expect a horror figure next week. And then for the rest of that month, kind of horror adjacent, not really full on, but here and there. Maybe just more kind of like generic, kind of like bad guys or villains or kind of like, or evil type things I keep. Can you hear that? I don't think you can. But yeah. And then the end of that month, maybe expect a little buddy right there. So little hint. But we might have to get him a friend too. So we'll see. But yeah, look forward to that. But for now, we're going to go ahead, open up this figure, stop rambling for 20 whole minutes, 21 whole minutes, but switch our camera over, get going, get looking at this IG-12. Oh, bam. Of course, not in frame, because I have it framed for me. Here we freaking go. Come on down. And camera, stop doing that. It's kind of annoying whenever it does this. I'm going to switch my lights over, if they will work. There we go. Get him all framed up. Are you straight on? I feel like you're straight on. I hope you're straight on. You don't look straight on. You look kind of crooked, but I don't know if that's because of my camera or because of things. Hold on. We'll do you like that. Just a little bit more to the side. Oh, sorry. Excuse my hand. I'm trying to balance this out. There we go. I think that's pretty decent there. Is that all right? That looks okay, at least to me. Kind of annoying that I can't really get them straight on. But here is our Star Wars The Black Series IG-12 and Grogu kind of set going on here. This is number 41, I believe, in just the Mandalorian series, but looking pretty good. Definitely, I would say, as we all know, definitely an upgrade compared to the original figure that we got of IG-12, where they repurposed their IG, is it 88 is the other one? I forget what it is. I think it is IG-88, where they use that old mold of that figure and then just repurposed it, and it's kind of small. It's not really that great looking, but it's all right. It's pretty neat. It works. So yeah, so here's our little update of our IG unit with Grogu in there, and you have the little engineer dudes. And then we'll just go over packaging real quick. Of course, the all black, their new kind of like sleeker kind of square look that we've seen at the top, and nothing there. On the front, of course, has that orangey kind of brown kind of thing going on there, even in the back. As your warning, 4+ Hasbro on the side, nice promo art of IG-11 with Grogu and the little thing there, and then with the little mechanical guy, and then have the nameplate there, and then cool little artwork on the back. We have Star Wars Black Series IG-12 and Grogu with a little bio there that says Cleaver and Zelen, Droid Smiths, refurbished IG-11's salvaged parts into a pilotable frame for Grogu, who operates the droid body like a vehicle, stripped to base motor functions. The droid was renamed IG-12. So, okay, so he was IG-11, of course, and now this is IG-12, so a bit of an upgrade. And then that same image from the side on the back. Kind of more folder technically at the top, but nothing on the bottom. Have your 41 there as well as Star Wars The Mandalorian or warnings. Legalese have that little strip there, Star Wars logo there, the Black Series, all that, all your things there, barcode here. And this was also one I also got at Walmart for, I think, about like 12 bucks. I probably could have waited more, but I was like, you know what? 12 bucks is fine for me. I'll get him. He's a bigger guy. I think it makes more sense, at least price-wise. So got my hands on him. So yeah, looks neat, looks cool, but we'll finally get him out of the packaging here. Lower down at the bottom, get my things. Let me make sure my thing is working. That is good. We will get out our trusty. Hold up. Okay. Our trusty X-Acto blade here with the cover. Of course, safety first. But we're going to get our IG-12 and Grogu out. Here, looking pretty cool. There we go. And I think that's really it when it comes to cutting and opening. Because these Black Series figures are kind of a little bit more basic, bare bones. They're not really that much tied up. Oh, and I do also want to mention at GameStop, did also see the Han Solo and Chewbacca, the new ones, alongside. They did have the Luke and Leia, so I might be getting those at some point. More Star Wars stuff, but there's the Hasbro paper. Gone away, of course. And then do want to point out the little insert in here. It does have a little bit of a fade of a kind of like a window. I don't know what's really going on here. I don't remember. This might be like the little shop that IG-12 has worked on, but I can't remember. So just another neat little thing. And there's our box fully empty. And there goes my light, which doesn't want to work. Oh, does not want to stand and stay. Well, of course, on my cardboard. Bits all over here. All this dust always builds up so quickly. All this trash. All right. Here's our IG-12. We'll get him in frame. Looking all right. Looking pretty good in all his plastic glory, and including the little engineer dudes. So, nice. I'm pretty sure it's one of them. I guess technically it's not Babu Frick. It's one of them. Yeah, because that's a guy who comes in later. I don't know who Babu Frick is. I can't remember. But anyways, we're going to get this all out. First, we're going to do... Okay, so we're just going to show off everything as we get them going. So, first off, have this little dude. Our little guy here. We're going to try to zoom in, but there he is. Looking pretty neat. What's his... Okay. I assume that this is like the one that they have here on the packaging, who actually modifies IG-12. Or this is just like their race. Yeah, the Clever Anzellan. Anzellian. Anzellan. Okay. Droid Smiths. Okay. So these Anzellan Droid Smiths, I'm just going to call them, yeah, the Droid Smiths. Little guys, here's, yeah, so you have your first one. He does have a little bit of a, I don't know if that's a paint chip or just a little paint thing there, but there he is. Has a little mustache thing going on there. There does have like a little beard. Has a little mouth there. Has the goggles, as you can see there. And that all brown, so they didn't really paint that much, but it has the pink on the face, the black of the eyes, the white of all the hair, and then the pink kind of like exposed kind of like upper torso there. Has the arms with the gloves, and these are also on little ball joints there too, so they can come all, oh, excuse me, so they can come all around there, so pretty nice. And then has his little gloves exposed, or they're just kind of like dirty gloves, so very nice details there. And then has his little tool belt, all his little pouches and stuff in his belt. Well, there, so painted pretty okay. That they could have done more like here on the front, but it's fine. I'm not really gonna be too picky. And then has little loincloth pieces on the front and the back, and then just has just the feet. There are two little, well, his little 1, 2, yeah, 5-toed feet, but kind of weird with 3 at the front and 2 at the back. So yeah, but little dude where he's like, I'm gonna fix this droid. I'm gonna do your thing. So pretty nice. Then we'll get our second Adavalion, what the heck? Anzellion. The Anzellion Droidsmiths. Okay. So here's our second one. And that comes in this set. Has the same kind of, well, yeah, definitely has a different kind of style look, and you can tell that they're different because they're, of course, supposed to be a different character, but has just the beard and just the bushier eyebrows, and with a little bit less pink on the face, a little bit more kind of like that grayish brown kind of tone that's all throughout there, but has different goggle set there, has a different kind of hat design, kind of loincloth thing, and then it kind of wraps around the neck there, so that's fine. It has that pink belly color there as well, but also has like these 2 straps that are around his body. So that's very nice. And then has that kind of more simplified belt. Yeah, kind of thing. He doesn't really have tools on him or little pouches. It's just kind of just a regular belt with a loincloth on the front and the back there. And then has different gloves, has these grayish gloves that kind of go all the way up to his elbow. There, he does also have the same articulation. Well, I don't know if they have, oh, they do have a waist joint. I don't know about a head. I think it's just the waist. Okay, that's fine. So so they do have a waist joint, but nothing at the feet, but that's fine. The same feet, legs there, so yeah, with the 3 at the front, the 2 in the back, so fine there, but, they are different enough that it can make sense, especially with the head sculpts and the different kind of tooling and little belt pieces and everything there and the different gloves, so very nice. Yeah, because they are different gloves, because his has like the little cuffs on the back, and his has the more kind of like pronounced kind of like texturing, kind of fabric-y kind of thing on there, so pretty cool. Pretty nice to have 2 of these little guys included with this set. This $12 set. I got this for $12, mind you. I did not pay the full $35 because honestly, I was just like, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. I'm just going to wait. And then next, I guess kind of get the true star of the Mandalorian show out there now. We got, of course, and our kind of like our third, our second tallest character, because he is taller than these little guys. Here is Grogu, little baby Yaga. I know it's kind of blasphemy to say, the baby Yoda thing now, but it's like, guys, we all knew what they were doing. We know. But Grogu looks good. I think he definitely is kind of like the best of what they've got so far. I love the head sculpt. I think it is kind of more closer to what the original is. Just has the blacked out eyes, has the little white hair kind of spritz there. I think that is actually sculpted in, so that's very nice. And it is like printed on there. I think the eyes are also as well, so, they're always using that printing paint technique, and then even has the little orange to the ears a bit. And just have all little details. And then, of course, with the actual, the clothing looks pretty good. Here, it's still kind of like the same of what he's had, but they kind of elongated it because he is a bit bigger, a bit taller than the original ones that we got, but has the long sleeves there, and with the 3-fingered green glove, but green hand there, and then also has the 3-toed feet down there that are a bit covered up by the whole robe going on there. But his articulation, of course, also has a ball, so he can kind of look up, look down, a little tilt and side to side, and can do the hand thing, can do the force. It's pretty cool. Also can do just a full on, just like the baby thing where he's like, oh, Father, please help. There is a strange person trying to kidnap me yet again. And he does also have like little balls at his feet too, but they kind of just rotate kind of back and forth until they kind of can't. And they're a bit stiff, so I don't really expect to do with them very much. And he stands just fine. It's just fine. It's like you don't really need to adjust him much to get him to stand. He's cool. He's good. But he looks pretty good. Kind of simple. Not really a lot of kind of like, I guess, shading or kind of like, or a little bit more kind of like texturing, I guess, or kind of just more like paint detail, but it works. It works for Black Series. It's perfectly fine. I do like these little guys, I think. A little bit. It's like they're a little bit more grungier and darker, so they kind of fit in my mind's eye, but this Grogu's still Grogu. He's still cool. He's still great. But then we'll finally get to the actual figure. Of the set. Seems like, does he have... Okay. What is going on? Okay. So this guy is going to be interesting to look at, because there he is. Our IG unit. Okay, there we go. Can this focus a bit more on our IG unit? Because there he is. All his plastic glory. And already kind of out of the packaging. Standing pretty straight. If I want to get his feet flat, he's doing okay. His feet do kind of, I will say they do kind of jut out. Well, you can't really even see that. But his feet do kind of jut out depending on the way you have him stood up. Maybe if you have his legs out, maybe kind of hinge back a bit if you can. Maybe. I mean, he kind of goes forward like that, so I'm like, ooh, but you can get the ankles back. And that's all right. So pretty good. Okay. So I guess we'll just go over our details first on this IG-12. Of course, the head sculpt is all brand new. It's like, and and I think that this whole body is all brand new. I'll really have to see. Maybe the feet might be the most. Hold on. No, those are definitely different. Yeah, because those are way bigger. They might be like the same. Same basic sculpt, maybe raised up. No, these are completely different. Okay. So yeah, so this whole figure is completely new from head to toe. Restarted, reshaped, way bigger, way taller. Also, kind of a bit more simplified, but still, it's a very complex designed droid anyways. So you have your IG-12 head there. I guess that this is supposed to be the front because you have the 3 little dots there. You have the little protrusion piece. I'll just call them that. And then 2 other pieces there as well. You can rotate the head. Oh, you can rotate it. Oh, you can do it. Oh, okay. So we'll kind of just look over so you can yeah, but look at the top there. I have 3 other little dots there, 2 other dots on the back, more kind of stud pieces. Then here on the back, kind of just more rivet detailing, and then has a little end there with no point, but is another kind of plate. Has the little hole pieces there. I guess that's like where he speaks out of, would be my guess. And he looks great, but then the whole body detail. I love this new stockier body. It's all very shiny too. I might want to grime them up. Maybe I should have gotten a second one just while I could. I should just buy just seconds of cheap figures, I guess, whenever I can, just to try. Just to try shit. So one day, I guess. But but all new body here has the little, like the controlling station. Has the back here that has some nice plating and some wires up there at the top. Has little like canisters and stuff with more mechanical kind of robotic parts going on here. Oh, a little scary. Oh, a lot scary. Kind of, oh. Okay, a little tough there, but we got it. So more kind of mechanical detailing there, kind of pistons that are going on here at the ab piece there. And then very well. And then on the inside, I have little kind of like joysticks there, and they do have actual balls there so they can move. And I believe, so you can open this up and put Grogu in there so he can just sit in there and man this robot. But we'll get to that in a second. We want to go over just the figure, and then the arms are also brand new. Have this little copper kind of covering there for the shoulders, but then has just the regular metal there, and then has a little ball piece there that connects here to the arm there with another little metal cylinder piece, but has the same kind of tan thing that's going on the back, so that's nice. And all around there as well has the same kind of tube kind of like hose, kind of like arms there, so I got to see how that works. Oh, do they got little, okay. And this stuff, I will say, kind of stiff out of packaging, kind of has to click or kind of snap out and be in place, but still pretty good. And then has this separate arm piece with the gray on there, so a lot more kind of like more detailing and more, I think overall just more kind of like accuracy to what we saw in the show. And then of course has the hands there that do kind of open up, so just 3 fingers there, 3 fingers here, same kind of setup. No, he's got 4 fingers here. Yes, it's just that they're kind of, these 2 are splayed out and these 2 are kind of stuck together. Is it that same way? It's the same way. Okay, so still kind of same hand setup, but there you go. But they have, their little comb pieces there. And for the actual inside has some padding up there, which makes sense for, just for Grogu, but then all kind of like a little area there, even little arm space, I guess, in there too. And then also has some kind of like, I guess, like a control panel here, which is very nice to see. So that's really cool. If we can get it to focus, there we go. Pretty nice. And you can see is like how I think it's supposed to be like a screen. A screen here, a little thing there, and then how they have these 2 little pieces kind of like connecting here to make sense, and then they're still on ball joints there. And then down here to the actual legs have a kind of other plating, not very much a plating, but I guess kind of a banding to be the hips, and then little crotch piece, back piece there. He's got no ass. He's literally flat. He's a flat man. Okay. Flat man. Okay. But then has some more tan plating there on either side that matches with the shoulders and with the back, especially on the back more. I think it kind of works a bit there, and then has that same kind of like that water hose kind of knee and elbow joint there to kind of move, and then has some more bigger tubes, has some little stuff going on there with some black on the inside of that metal, even has some more tan to kind of match with the legs there, and then even down to the legs. Oh, well, these are technically like thighs. Yeah, these are the thighs, of course, of the leg. And then with the bottom of the leg has that same tan color that connects there and there, there and there, and here. So nice kind of like color, kind of like continuation on, being accurate to how he looks there. So very nice. And then, oh yeah, also has little pieces here at the end, which is pretty cool. Love how like something every but everything has to go like somewhere. It's like it does have a purpose for something. And then with the feet, kind of like just your kind of like rectangular, kind of a triangle kind of feet. Yeah, that are going on here with some little parts here. This looks like that this could flip up, but I don't think it can. So it's just a little, I guess like a little boost or a little spike piece. I don't know how it's supposed to be facing. I assume like that. That feels more natural with the with these at the back. I guess just let me know if that's accurate or not, or I can just look up an image at some point, but there's just your smooth kind of like more downward thing. Oh, that might be like technically a toe, you could say, and that's just like the heel there, because that's how it comes in packed. So I don't know. I can't remember. I don't. On the picture, they don't have his feet shown, so who knows? Someone does. It's just not me. But yeah, so overall, a great looking figure. I do like the look of him. I do like the fact that we get a new IG kind of an updated droid body. It just makes me just want to have an IG-88. It's like, just give me, is that his dex? Yeah, is that like his number? The one, from Empire Strikes Back. Just give us that one, but in this, and which I think is the plan anyways, because they're like, okay, we can just make a new torso, but we can use the arms and the legs and the head for IG-88. So easily enough that they can reuse these parts and just put it out again. Just a new body, give them the guns, give them the weapons. And that was one thing. It's like, I kind of wish he had some kind of weapon, maybe a gun or two. But I can't remember if he actually did use a gun. I think that's the whole point, is that that he's just automated now. It's like Grogu just drives him. But does he have a gun? No, he doesn't have a gun. No, that's in the other frame. Okay. Yeah. So, I don't know. He's pretty interesting. What is my camera doing? I know I'm moving the focus. It really just switches to that. Wow. It's like a whole new image there. But he looks great though. I love the sheen that they have to this. I kind of wish it was a little bit more, maybe a little bit more kind of like dirty and matted. Like, I think it's like with anything kind of like Star Wars, it's like, especially like a droid or like some kind of like person who obviously is kind of like dressed to be outside, or even kind of like any kind of like monster or kind of like creature, or any like the species of aliens and stuff like that. It's like a lot of them, it's like okay, you can go a little bit grungier, because they're not as like clean cut. They're always getting dirty, and I feel like that kind of goes with IG-12. It definitely goes with IG-88. He should have a whole makeover, unless they just want to do like just full on clean look. I'll have to see what's accurate, I guess. But I just think about with IG 12 is that I think he would still have like little paint marks and stuff, some scratches, because you even see that kind of like here on the promo art. It does have some little grunginess and some imperfections, but that's also like of the drawing, but they're trying to make it more realistic, I think. But there is definitely like some, yeah, it definitely looks more kind of like more, I guess, kind of like it shows out like those details a little bit more on, yeah, to make it look better. Head over Diecast. Hello there. Were you in a previous stream? Welcome to the live stream. We're looking at this IG-12 from the Star Wars Black series that I got for $12. And thank you all for the likes so far, for the 2 likes. First time, well, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. But we'll go over IG-12's articulation now. Head over Diecast is awesome. Awesome. But yeah, so first here, you just have just the actual top section of the head that rotates by itself. Sorry if this is hard to see. The Head over Diecast says, nice collection in the background. Thank you. I have a many of a figure. A lot of Spider-Man, as you can see. I have a whole shelf just dedicated. And then X-Men. I also, of course, have Star Wars. We got DC. We got Ninja Turtles. We got MCU. We got horror. We got Godzilla. We got Power Rangers. We got Mario, Sonic. We got everything, bro. A lot of Turtles, to be honest. But a lot of Spider-Mans, too. But plenty of variety on here. And then on our middle section, that comes around. They kind of work better together with the top and the bottom. But the top you can do. It's just going to be a little more difficult. Oh, man. TMNT. Oh, yeah. We even did a turtle stream last week, if you want to check that out, Diecast, where I opened the new Playmates remastered. I do have a few of those. I do have a few of those. Those Playmates. If you do want to see some, I always take requests. If you want to see like a certain character, but those are like from but your childhood, yeah. It's like a little bit of mine too, but I'm not an actual child of the 80s or 90s. I'm from the 2000s, bro. But what character do you want to see Diecast? I always kind of want to get specific characters if you want to see something. Or see if I do have them. I guess I could show off like I'll show off like, I guess like my favorite turtle. He keeps falling. Awesome, but after but you are finished, talking about Star Wars. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you're all good. But if you want, but feel free to suggest a character, and then I can grab them for you. But I'll probably grab a turtle and then grab a villain for you, just to make it simple anyways. Give you categories. Or maybe like a mutant. If I can get this guy to stand. Now, IG-12 is now giving me a bit of a time standing. We're trying to get him. There we go. He's a bit of a tall guy, ain't he? Oh. The Beast. Sorry, I just saw my Beast guy. It's okay. So there's Grogu in there. Oh, yeah, I got to go over articulation. What am I doing? So, yeah. And then also at the base of the head, you can rotate there. At the shoulder, you do have this cap piece, which can move with the arm, so it can go all the way around. Excuse me. Oh. Okay. Excuse me. I'm going to freaking get rid of this thing. I'm going to turn off one of my lights because it's... No. That's just being dumb. Sorry, it just fell. Maybe we'll just do this. And there goes IG-12. So this is what I've been hearing about with this figure, is that this figure falls over apparently all the time once you start messing with him. Once you start to get him open. And that's what I've been fearing. but he still looks great. He just definitely will need a stand, and he does have peg holes, so that is nice. But we'll get done with articulation. He does have a waist swivel here at the arms again. Go all the way around, have the shoulder come up to there. Pretty good, not bad at all. And then does have a rotation there. I don't think he can do a full 360, and I don't really want to push it up. We can do a full 360, just kind of scary. And then you have the hinge here, which is very nice. Actually goes above 90, so that's nice there. Then have rotation there as well at the top of the elbow, and then have rotation at the actual hand of the claw. And then, yeah. And then here at the fingers, they do hinge in and out as if to grab things on both of those hands. So very nice. And then waist swivel again. And if you do count this, does have articulation there, and then also with the joysticks as well, as we saw earlier. And then at the leg, you can kind of kick out forward. He kind of kicks to the side a bit because of this piece, but I think it makes kind of sense for him. I feel like sometimes he would be looking like this because he's a robot. But look at that. You can get him kicking in the air, doing like a karate pose. Just like a big kick. That's actually pretty sweet. And then you do have a out. Only about that far. Not amazing, but you can kick back nearly all the way. So we can literally do the whole looking backwards and punching forwards and kicking back. Like, this guy can do some crazy articulation at the legs. And then at the knees has the same thing as the elbows there. And then the tubes are connected, but they do have a bit of kind of like, oh, yeah, they do have a bit of, is this really the right way? Maybe it is this way. Maybe the light's supposed to be that and then that, because then that makes, well, no, because then that would be that. Okay, so it has to, no. Is it? Yeah, it is. Okay. So yeah, so that, okay, so both of the legs go about that far. Excuse me. Basically, he can play a kickball backwards. I mean, essentially, bro. Feet are so big. Wonder why he falls so easily. I don't know. I think it's just all the sheer weight. And to be honest, I think the feet kind of look tall. Yeah, they look kind of small. I wish that they were a little bit bigger. But then you do have a swivel there. I think you do have a little bit of inner thigh cut there at the top as well. And that's nicely hidden by that plate there. You don't even like see that. So that's pretty cool. And then there as well. And then as we saw with the hinge, and then also has rotation there at the foot, can hinge back, hinge forward. Does have a little, I guess technically, is this rocker? I don't know if this is rocker or ankle joint. Is the ankle pivot? It's kind of like a more of a kind of like a spin around. It's not really like an in and out kind of thing. It's just a more kind of like rotation at that. So it has like a ball. So that might be it, like with the ankles, but I can push this back a bit more. Maybe give him like a little bit of like a half step. Kind of like that. Kind of moving. But we can make that look a little bit better. Getting our Grogu in here. Do want to kind of get him in front of the camera as much as I can, but there's our Grogu. I guess ears first. However, he's supposed to fit in here. He's got, okay. kind of sandwich him in. And if you want to get, I guess, the arms up, I guess you'll have to do that before. Kind of plan that out. So I guess get your arms up. I guess kind of guess what you want to get them in your pose. Kind of get them playing with the joysticks a bit. Getting that ear in there. Look at that. That's a nearly there. I just kind of push that. It's kind of like a, look at that dude. Look at him. Look at that Grogu. Can this thing focus? There he is. Look at that. Look at that little guy. Riding around in his droid. This little dude is so cool. Okay. I think that does kind of like complete it a bit. I think that this is kind of like how he's going to be displayed as. I mean, it makes sense. I don't think Grogu's ever really going to come out after this stream, but he looks great. He looks awesome. Looks amazing. Looks perfect in there. And then I guess if you want to get these little dudes here, they're shown on the picture to be like standing on his shoulder, kind of working on him. So we could try to do a pose where he's kind of like up here. Or kind of like, I don't know, I could try to get him on his back or on his side. Or he's just at his feet, I would think. Or he's like trying to like just hang on. You just gotta like, I guess, find something if you want to have him on the actual body, kind of like working like how they do in the picture. Could even have him, I'm thinking if I can get his hand around there. He can kind of sit up there. That's pretty cool. A nice little scene there, so might have him like that for now. That's pretty sick, honestly. In the sea of desert. And the grandpa, I think that's fine. Maybe if he's over here for different dynamic and fit reasons. Or he's just like, I'm just gonna stand right here. If I can get him where he's like right here, like just right beside him. That's fine. But yeah, a cool IG 12 figure. We're going to zoom in just a little bit. Get him in frame a little bit more. But it looks pretty good. Let me kind of zoom in. Zoom out. There we go. I think that's a good framing. For now, at least. But there they are. There's that whole set. Pretty nice overall. Especially personally just for the price I paid. I gotta be honest, that's a big sticking point that this was $12. At Walmart. Check your Walmarts, y'all. And then, yeah. The Grogu is nice. I do like the two little mechanical guys, and then this new IG figure, like overall, is just nice. It's just so good. The Head Over Diecast said, I picked up the BB-8 life-size robot at Goodwill. Oh, that's sick. Is that the one that like actually... the Head Over Diecast says, I don't know anything about it. What about the BB-8? BB-8 is like, it was like their new try at R2, essentially, in the sequel trilogy. Because he was Poe Dameron's. little bro, like his, yeah, like his droid. All right, camera, focus. Focus on what I'm doing. I'm just gonna keep him in a close-up for now because he looks great like that. He looks amazing like that close-up. And then, you know, I can still do the whole switching the heads around so he can be looking like in like 10 different directions. And he looks great. I do, okay, I still kind of wish he came with a weapon of some kind. It would have been nice to just have that. Can this, like, chill out, bro? Like, just focus on this dude. Okay. Yeah, I do wish he did come with some kind of weapons or maybe something to hold or grab onto because he's got the hands and they should be grabbing stuff. You should get like a stick or something because I know he fought people, but I don't know if he like held a weapon. Oh, when Grogu was there. Yeah, but piloting in the show. But Head Over Diecast says I looked it up on eBay and used goes from 400 to 500. Definitely adding it to the collection. Oh yeah, for sure. Because is that the like is that like a Black Series kind of like full scale figure like how they've been doing more recently, or is that kind of like more like a more like direct like Disney kind of thing there where it's like, yeah, it's still Hasbro, but it's like it's more generic. It's not like a collector item. Well, it's like 500 or 400, so that's like crazy. So I don't know. That's really cool. Yeah, but we'll show off diecast if you want to look at those TMNT. Specifically, you said Raphael and Shredder. Really love them all, though. Okay, so I'll get you a few options. We'll get our man's back here. He gets to sit by and watch over these soon-to-be-seen turtles. And that's pretty good framing. Okay. Okay, so we'll get Raph. And then we'll get fun one is always this one. Him and him. I've been like just over like this whole collection like last stream, bro. So be sure to check that out if you want to see like almost everything I got, including extras. But I'm looking at my villains. I got this dude. Oh yeah. Gotta do him. I'll get like 2 more figures and then we'll see what we're looking at. Just for variety, gotta get him. And then for that sake, we'll get that character. And then our last of our villains I'm grabbing. My favorite one, technically. And one that kind of stands out. Still kind of classic, though. Oh. Good one's always this one. But craziest is of course, the Baxter. Spoiler for that one. I think we'll show off that one. Okay. Okay. I know I'm talking about this stuff. Definitely, I will check it out, bud, and get your favorite TMNT item you have. Lol, you took the words out of my mouth. And get your favorite TMNT item you have. My favorite? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, like of what I got. I know what you mean now. Okay. My favorite of all time would be one, but it would be kind of difficult to grab right now because it's in a containment. Okay. Make sure everything is all together. I don't know. Yeah, what is my favorite turtle thing? Well, now you got me thinking about like my whole collection. Okay. First, show off little Raph. There, I forget how small these guys are, but these are, it's like they're not the original Turtles. These are, re-releases. These are from, like, I think 2008, 2007. I think it's 2008 or 2006. I think it's 2008. Yeah, so these are the 2008 Turtles. These ones actually came with, each of the Turtles came with, they came with, like a DVD of the cartoon. I think it was, like, every episode. It was like, it was like the first, like, 4 episodes, which was, like, one long story, or, like, the first 2 or something. But I do not have, the Technodrome. I definitely needed to get the Technodrome. I had a chance to get it for, before a very good price, but I kind of waited too long on it. I was also just busy, so I wasn't able to kind of like get it right away. But hopefully at some point I can get a Technodrome. I'm still working to get it too. Oh yeah, it's probably so difficult to find. I'm just like, I'll wait till Amazon just puts it down again, because that's what they did. Because it's an Amazon exclusive item, which is insane. And then it's like, I do have their pizza thrower. I need to do a stream of that at some point, or even do like a video. Like, that would be crazy to do as a video. But have a lot of kind of like crazy turtle stuff. They even have like the one where Donatello is like in his in like some gear and like driving like a scooter thing. So it's really cool. Trivia question. What's the first episode of the original cartoon Turtles called? Oh, I actually just saw this recently. Okay. Because I've been like watching like a specific okay. All this timing is gonna sound so weird, but it's like, but there's there's like a Pluto TV channel, I think, and they have the turtle. I think it's what I use. It might be just like cable. It might be like just like DirecTV, but they have like a cartoon channel that shows like old cartoons, and they just started playing that original Turtles cartoon. What's it called? Oh, what's the name? It's not even like in my head. I don't even like remember like seeing that. I don't think I even like was watching at that. It's like I was like going through and I was like, huh? I'll take a clue. I'll take a hint. I'll take a couple. I got no idea what it is. I can imagine like the thing because it's like because Leonardo, but I think he has like a red mask or something. Because it's weird. Don't look it up. I'm not going to look it up, bro. Yeah, I'm streaming on my phone. Want a hint? I do want a hint. I need a hint. Okay. I might be a little delayed on you. Sorry. I know that this stuff is very weird. When it comes to like connecting on that. It's the name of an ice cream. What? The name of an ice cream. Ooh. Wow. Rocky Road? That's like my first guess. I have no idea. Or like, it's not like banana split. Well, it's not like chocolate or vanilla, obviously. It's like a play on words kind of thing, I guess. Hey, Gabe. What's up, bro? Welcome to the live stream. We're looking at IG-12 from the Black Series, but also had a request from Diecast to look at some of our vintage turtle stuff. Hope you're doing well, Gabe. Welcome back. Nope. Okay. I'm probably not going to get it. if I'll be honest. I have no recollection of what it was. Want me to tell you yet? Yeah. Please. Okay. But here's our Splinter as well. One of the favorites. A very kind of weird design for him with the sleeveless kind of like clothing, but has the cane with the hidden blade in there. Pretty nice. And this is one. Oh, and this is one from the original 1988 line. Turtle Tracks. Is that an ice cream name? I don't remember that. I never get Turtle Tracks. If it is real. Is it a real flavor? I feel like I've heard like turtle something, but I didn't know it was like tracks. That's cool. Definitely love Splinter. Oh yeah. You got it. He has the soft goods. He's a giant rat dude. Kind of terrifying, but he's a sensei and an older rat man. And then, yeah, Casey Jones. This is from the newest, the re-release that they did this year, which I also streamed too, where I opened 2 other Casey Jones figures. These look huge. These look massive. But then there's this very different stylings. Like super kind of like roided out. You know what I mean? This dude's buff. Okay. Get Raph in the middle. We'll get that. We'll get Casey at the back. Casey at the back. And then our last good guy, and one who is also from the original toy line. What does Diecast say? Well, that's in great condition. I'm missing the stick for my Splinter. Oh, okay, cool. Well, hope, you can track down a replacement for your cane piece. Because that's honestly just what you need. And also, it's like he also has a bow and arrow, too. And that comes, with a remastered version as well, so pretty cool. Casey's a little too big. Yeah, he's kind of huge. But I feel like even in the cartoons and even in the toy lines, usually the humans are kind of taller than the turtles, especially if this is kind of more towards the cartoon-ish thing going on here. But then we have the Playmates, Fugitoid, who's just an amazing figure. One that's super different. This is an original one. This one was in its packaging, but we opened it up because the actual kind of the bubble was already damaged. So I was like, you know what? We're opening it. Add him to the collection. And he looks great. Has the gold kind of plating with the black details. Has a little blue and red and other wiring details. Just very, very cool for the time. Also has this little attachment piece which you can take out, and then you can close his chest so he can be kind of normal. He can just be standing there. But I like the gimmick, so it stays open. Why wasn't Casey in the second movie? The Secret of the Ooze. I don't think that they probably didn't want to pay him. Or they were just like, Well, I think it was a product of the how the history of that movie becomes that second one. It's kind of it's a lot of parents complain about how dark it was and how kind of violent and how they're using their weapons. So I think that they saw Casey, it's that's kind of his whole thing. He's just beating up dudes and kind of being kind of a womanizer a bit. But they get together, they work it out. It's April and Casey, of course. I also got April too, but we'll look at her maybe another day. She's on last stream. But there's a good set of the 4, just some of my favorites, but also bringing in that variety. his mask was too scary for before the kids. Yes, I would believe that. I actually recently just saw the original the 1990 movie. Was it 1990 or like no? Yeah, it was like 1990, I think. It's like I saw that original one recently in the like in the theaters because they had it out for the whole, I think, last month. And and originally it was going to be like, I think, like a day, but then it went to a week, it went to a month, and then they're like, you know what? We're just doing the whole year. We're just going to do the whole year. It's going to be out in theaters. So I kind of jumped on it and saw that first one. And that first movie, it is dark. It's like in the theater, it's like it's kind of like the chills are there. It's very intense. It's very kind of anxious feeling. But it's amazing. It's cinema. It's just so good. All right. Time to move on. Gotta stop it happening. What does Diecast say? Second one didn't have weapons because the parents, entirely because of the parents were like, oh, these are too violent. You did awesome. I did. Didn't get to go. Gear? Huh? What was it? I still have my VHS tape. Yeah. Oh, okay, nice. It's like, I got my DVDs, from when I was like a kid. It's like I got like the whole, like the movie set, like separate too. I don't have the VHS though, but that would be pretty cool. Okay, we're gonna get to our bad guys now. Okay, we're gonna do the hard one first, which is always the main one. Also this second one too, because I just need to lock in on holding this. Okay. But here. Thanks for sharing the TMNT. No problem. And then I do want to show off the villains for you too. So we're gonna do another quick round. So where we got the original Shredder. Well, this is their newest, the re-release with the weird legs. Supposed to help them stand a bit better, but they're still kind of awful. He still can't stand very well. It's very annoying. Just stay there. And then there he goes. Takes out everything. Oh. Bebop Rocksteady. Oh. But I didn't. Okay, I'll grab him. Oh. I think we're gonna move this to the side for now so I don't break anything, if I'll be honest. This will be just a separate section. This is just our little stop here at looking at turtles. Can this... See, this thing is like... This is why. This is why. Yeah, this is why we complain about this. This is why they should actually fix this. Well, those legs, they're so bad. They destroy everything. They ruin a whole shot. These damn legs. Okay. But then we got Krang. It's very well made. Okay, I need to scoot these guys back. Have you not fall? Oh, no. Nope. Not working. Not working. It's at the peak. Okay. But there's Krang. He looks amazing. He looks sick. Looking kind of better than Shredder, in my opinion. Looking way cooler. Oh yeah, you said Bebop and Rocksteady, of course. Always gotta have the duo. Just gonna show them off for now. Yeah, the Bebop and the Rocksteady, the two newest versions. I think this one was earlier. What was this one? This one feels like a 2018, 19. It doesn't have a, oh yeah, it's at the bottom of the feet. This is a 2015 Rocksteady. And I think this is a 2024 Bebop. A definitely more. No, this is also 2015. Okay, so same time. But this was, okay, this feels like that this came out like in 2022, 2023. It's like this Bebop does feel way, way, way newer. I don't know. Not from like 2015. That's like 10 years ago. That is not. Yeah, that's how old, that mold is. I think the Rocksteady is older, though. By like a year or two. Like, it's crazy. How long I didn't have a Bebop. But definitely new. It's like, with, the very bright pink face paint on there. But the Rocksteady looks great, though. I think he's amazing. But they look great together. There they go. Right into the back. Look at them. So cool. I do wish his face wasn't so pink, but that's fine. Bebop colors seemed lighter, but I love them still. Yeah, I think it's like with the original, like the toy, the face wasn't as like bright pink. It was more, it was more like a more general fade into the actual, through the actual, from the face. It's like, so where like it was more pink, like on the actual, like the snout, and then it was still like more brown on the rest of the face, kind of giving like a highlight, kind of like a skin texture paint. But this is kind of just like it's kind of like a spray of pink and then bright colors, but it still looks pretty good. It's just a lot. You have some nice stuff. Thank you, bro. They look pretty good, even with this Shredder trying to fall over, but that's why we got Krang there. And then, okay, so one of my favorites of the villains that's always like so unique is Baxter Stockman. The pink face seems off. It is definitely off. But there's our Baxter Stockman. Looking, honestly, like pretty great. I love having the wings and the big arms and also having the turtle kind of masher thing, like the robotic, the turtle swatter. That's what it is, the turtle swatter, because he's a fly. And then lastly, we'll show off a little bit of Slash. Probably one of my most, my sought after kind of like of these figures. This is a 2025 release. I think 2024 maybe at the latest, but it's a very, very new release. It is a re-release, but it's great for the 40th anniversary, which I have a few figures of, which are great. So yeah, very nice. I picked up all the new TMNT, the movie series, for my son's birthday last year. Oh, okay, that's cool. It's like, that's like that Playmate set, right? Because those are actually pretty nice. So that's like a good set to start with for sure. I need to pick up those at some point, but for now, I'm kind of like, I gotta see. It's like, because I just have just the regular, the movie figures, and I kind of like having just the regular Playmates ones. Maybe I can get, the movie ones if I want to put them, I guess, on my wall. I can do that. Because that would be something. Stockman was always one of my favorites. Oh, for sure. I mean, just design alone, it's like, it's so amazing about like what happens there. Okay, can we chill out with the light there? Thank you. But yeah, he still looks pretty all right. And Slash looks great too. He's so crazy. You have the giant mosquito? Yeah. I do not have that. I don't have the space for a lot of big stuff, especially when it comes to like giant vehicles. I do want to get that Techno truck. And I don't mind that it's a little bit smaller. I get it. I get it. $9 each. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, so that's not bad. It's like if that's yeah, for those movie turtles, so oh, the new cartoon movie. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, with those it's like I got those a long time ago. It's like yeah, I got those guys on my wall. If you were at the beginning with me on my face earlier. So I got those too. So they're just sitting here. And they're at Ollie's now. I've seen them where they're at like $8 or like $5. So now they're making the rounds of the local stores. Not a lot of hidden gems right now. Have been having okay stuff, but they're not like, yeah, they're not hitting it off. What was like their latest thing? I'm trying to remember the last time I really opened something from Ollie's. It's probably more recent than I think it is. But I got no idea. I have no recollection. The memory is not sharp right now because we're thinking of toys. Shredder. Oh, give me a body. Okay. Yeah, they need to do. Yeah, they need to like the Playmates. Yeah, they definitely need to give Krang his actual body. Like release the figure of him in his android body. Because they've done like a giant one, yeah, like a Super 7, but haven't done like an actual big one. I mean, NECA did their cartoon one. I believe so, but that was like forever ago. Yeah, but we need just like the regular, like the android body, like the regular scale one. That one's so good. We need a Chrome Dome. We need, I know we're getting Worm, we're getting Tattoo, we're getting a few others. I gotta look at the pictures again, look at the information, but they look pretty sweet. So now I need to get the more modern figures to go with them so I can do a stream because I always want to pair them up because that's how because that's just how my brain works. I gotta get this to get this to do this. Thanks for sharing the TMNT. No problem, bro. Thank you. Superfly as the bad guy. Definitely, they need the body. They, for sure. I love like that more weirder kind of Playmates stuff that kind of goes on. Is gonna be centered? I hope so. All right, now we're gonna get back to the main show. We're just gonna put them right here. Here's our IG-12 back to Star Wars. Get these guys. Well, they're not even in frame. He's so tall. Bro, got the height. Bro's got such a height advantage. He has a little demon as his companion. Grogu, we need to fix you just for a second. Get you more involved in what you're doing. Could I even... Okay. Here, I'm going to try to get him to hold these things. You like die-cast? Yeah, yeah, kind of like is that like the actual like the metal kind of like made like yeah, the figures and stuff. I'm not really a big fan of those. I think I have like one or two somewhere. I don't know where they are, but I know I don't have a lot, but they're always like cool. I like their designs usually. I'm just not really a big like just like a metal guy. Maybe even kind of like I guess like cars or stuff. What's your profile picture? The Hot Wheels. It looks like a little Hot Wheels logo. You like die cast, very tall, super tall, bro. Okay, come on. Come on, Grogu. You can do it. You can do the thing that you're supposed to do, which is hold nothing. Just kind of just sit there and do nothing, but still look adorable. Can this please work with me? I am like struggling to get him back in here. Okay. Okay. This is not amazing, but it's something. Yeah, it's all right. It kind of looks like he's pounding it. He's just kind of like just standing there. But this dude's pretty sick though. I do enjoy me this new IG-12 unit. This whole new body. Yes, I understand. Diecast can't really move. Just like a statue. Yeah. It just depends. I mean, I've seen I've seen very posable, but diecast figures. I just don't think it's my thing. I mean, I got so much plastic already, and some cloth, and some, I guess, effects and parts, and different varieties. There's just a lot of things. I even have like a whole like flames effects and smoke and teleporters and little dioramas. I got dials, bro. I got like full on dioramas. Like, it's crazy. And I just gotta like use that stuff at some point. I just keep forgetting I got it. To be frank. Because I'm doing these. So it's like I'm not taking that many pictures. Alright. But in any case, we are gonna start our comparisons. First, starting off with, of course, the man himself and another baby to go along with him. Our Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. And this is, I believe, this is like their first, like their newer version that has the cloth cape, which is my personal favorite. I think it looks amazing. They do have one that's basically this exact figure, but has instead a regular, just a regular plastic cape. But this one is like the one. What really, dioramas? Yeah, I do got some dioramas. I got snow, I got grassy hills, I got, I also have like the extreme sets. I have the haunted house. I got buildings. I got streets. I got floors. I got like offices and jail cells and oh yeah. And then I have like a whole like a building that's like made out of foam. It's very cartoony. Yeah, made by an artist called BTD. I just call him BTD. He's on Instagram. If you go check out my Instagram, you'll see his work on there. You'll see all the stuff I've been doing with all the pictures and scenes and dioramas. But here's our other Grogu with his little, in his little pram here, doing his little force thing. Looking pretty good. And I do want to compare these guys one-on-one to see which one is kind of technically, I guess, superior in my eyes. I think I can kind of already tell, though I do like detail on others. I collect die-cast cars mostly. Okay, nice. You want to yeah, kind of like Hot Wheels or just like, or like a big variety, I guess. But that's cool though. Doing the die-cast. That's really cool, man. You should talk pictures. Oh yeah. Yeah, I got a whole heap. A lot of these have been in pictures, but a lot of them haven't either. Some of them are just here for my own amusement. But here's our Grogu's. Side by side. I think this one is better. I think this one's okay. I like the variety. I like the different head kind of thing and with the whites of the eyes, and it's very happy. But this one, it feels more realistic. Yeah, this one feels more like the actual character. And he is about, I think, about the same height as this one. No, he's like a little taller. He's hold on. It's really kind of difficult to see because they're so tiny. I think he's like a tiny bit taller. He's a little bit lankier, but he's definitely tall. He's like the tiniest bit taller, but he looks good. And they're doing their force thing. I do want to try to, if I can, switch their heads out. I know that's kind of morbid. Take off the head of the child, but just to have the different head on that older body. Because that's pretty cool. That's pretty nice. That's pretty cool. I do actually like that. And then having the old head on the new body, which may not fit because it's too big, would be all right. Might be kind of weird. It doesn't look right. Okay. Yeah, we're going to switch back our heads. I think it looks better out of the way. Anyways. All right. And it needs to be the original for the stream for accuracy. The one with the arm out looks better. I do like the sculpt. I do like the bagginess and how it has like the colors, but I don't know. It's just kind of, maybe I should switch with that head. Okay. We're going to see. I do like that little guy. But you know, he's probably going to be on his thing, and then this one's going to be kind of doing his thing in here. Because, of course, you can't fit this in there. You can't fit that body in there. So, it's a whole different sculpt. Whole different setup. But I do like the added the articulation in there, because it actually feels like a little being. And though the other one is very dynamic, you know, it's not like, it's kind of like a statue, so it's not really doing anything. But with this one, it's like, if you don't want to display them in there, you'll be all right. But It would look weird, but it would look fine. Even if you want to like fill it with like wires and stuff, you could do that too, like just some like little customizing. Gotta get his arms up. His little arms are so tiny. Get in your thing. Get in the droid. Grogu. Stop. Stop at the ears, please. Please fit. There we go. Okay. The one with the arm out looks better. Yeah. You like Back to the Future stuff? I only have the only Back to the Future stuff I have is just it's just the NECA Doc Brown, and I got him because he's my stand-in for my Dr. Frankenstein on on my horror kind of shelf, like in my NECA shelf mainly. It is like a whole mix of stuff in there. It's like I'm taking a horror kind of liberty, but you know what? He's a mad doctor guy, so it works for me. So I haven't seen any of the Back to Future movies. I don't have any other of the figures. I know that there's 3 movies. I think, is it 3? I think it's 3. Yes, it's 3. Because they have the Western, right? But yeah, only got Doc, but Doc's pretty good. He's great. Where is he? Is he back there? There he is. The Mad Doctor. He's got the goggles on. He's got the shocked face on. So he looks like a horrified doctor. Of all the, specifically, the Frankenstein that he just made. I did him in a picture. It was perfect. Perfect for that season. And it's spooky season, bro. You should check out the 3D printed hoverboard I made. Okay, I'll be sure to check that out, bro. Did you do a video or did you have that on an Instagram or somewhere? But there's our model kit Boba Fett from Bandai and our Black Series heavy infantry Mandalorian. 2 of my favorites of when it comes to the Mandalorian and the series and how these designs are. I love this Boba Fett. I know he is a model kit, so he's not really the prettiest. He's like super reflective. And like the bandana thing isn't the most perfect thing, but I think it just works. I think it's simple enough for me, and I think is kind of what my mind's eye wanted this to be, and how colorful it looks, and just how perfect it is. I think I like it. It's pretty good. It's kind of rough around the edges, but it's not too bad. It's great. On a YouTube short. Okay. What, you haven't seen any? I haven't seen it. A single Back to the Future. I've only seen it within kind of like highlights and kind of like just movie clips where they use it as as a reaction, or they're they're using it as like an example of something that they're watching. Or just seeing just both those actors, and I'm like, oh, that's Marty McFly and Doc Brown. But I always forget he's Doc Brown. And yeah, and And, yeah, what's his name? Michael J. Fox. He's not really doing anything because he's, yeah, because he's had like his like his health problems. I'm trying to word it very nicely. Model kit, you painted it. I didn't paint it. It had stickers on there. So the whole, like, the antenna piece, like, that's a sticker. Kind of not perfectly wrapped around. It kind of bows a bit, but is all right. But you can see, like, right there, it kind of sticks out a bit. So I need to put some more glue on it because now it's coming loose a bit. But even, like, around here on the side, that's a sticker at the top of the helmet. It's kind of obvious, but it kind of looks all right. Kind of works with what's going on. Well, it's not perfect, but I'm just like, it looked good. It looks pretty good. And I like the design. And I like the colors. So, and then also the heavy infantry. Or the heavy Mando, as they just call them. They look great. But the IG-12 is still much bigger. But they're going to destroy something on their way out, I guess. His arm's like, oh, this sucks. Here, I'm going to get him. Okay, we're going to... Okay. Is this a good pose? Now I'm trying to, like, find my pose again. Hold on. I'm losing my pose. Here, we'll do this. Well, they looked at him after he fell. I made them do that. It's the bit. It's always the thing that happens. So his feet are a little precarious. I don't really like that little dip right there. That little turn. It doesn't stand that well on that ankle, but they're here. Little dude's just staring into the abyss. Right there, huh? Here, we'll just move him. Move you. Where you look more casual. You look like you belong in the scene instead of just standing there like NPCs. And then next, keep on going with our Mandos. We have, Armorer and Bo-Katan. Pretty decent figures. The Armorer looks great. Bo-Katan looks good. Need to get that Mafex. I think, is Hasbro updating it again anyways too? So kind of makes sense. There they are. Pretty cool. Pretty nice. Of course, these both have... I think this has a figure arts. This might have a Mafex. I think that these both have a Mafex figure that are pretty good. Especially this one. Because, the helmet. But the stock head isn't too bad. It's this one that's a little rough around the edges. And isn't my favorite. And it's kind of a whimper, I guess, to end on the main good guys. But we still got more more Mando stuff to go. But ending off our Mandalorians, besides a couple coming up and one coming up right after this one. But anyways, have a Axel Wolf, something Wolf, and then Ahsoka specifically from the Mandalorian. I don't have her other ones from just Ahsoka, I believe. I do need to get her in her white suit because that's like the perfect looking one. Or I think that they even like released one that has like like a cloak or her cape too. So there's something out there, and then there's probably also there's also the Mafex of that as well. But then there's Axel Wolf. He doesn't have another figure. His helmet is warped still, and I haven't been bothered to fix it because I'm just like, oh, he's just a dude. But he looked cool. He looks pretty cool. I like his unmasked head. He looks very Mandalorian like. He's just a dude. He's just a guy. I don't know who the actor is. I can't remember his name. But he does good. He does his role. And this is a pretty good figure. I need to get the other one. Because you have like, but Sasha Banks. Her character. Her Mando. Well, she's actually, Mercedes Monet. Because that's her, I don't think that's her shoot name. But that's her current name. The AEW, the TNT Women's Champion. And also the champion of like 4 or 5 other promotions. It's crazy. But moving on with more Mando and kind of doing our more kind of like, I would say like early season and kind of like early on this one's a little bit later, but this is kind of okay. Kind of like the first season of Mando, but I got a season 2 figure in here. Well, season 3. This is what's his name? I can't remember his name, but we got the original Mando, the original Black Series, which honestly is one of my favorites. I think it looks great. I think it's really, really cool. I just love like the different armor pieces, and then I can't remember his name. I feel so bad for not knowing his name. But he's a really good figure. I like him. How long? Oh, but Silent Rob. Welcome, bro. How long have you been streaming? What all did I miss? Oh, bro. Yeah, we've been looking at, this IG-12. Yeah, we looked at the whole figure, unboxing and everything. Also picked up Kit Fisto from Walmart for like $8. BT dubs. So crazy. Yeah, I've been streaming for like almost 2 hours now. Wow. But Diecast says missed some articulation. TMNT figures, and we are here now. Yeah. Essentially. A lot's going on, but glad to see it, Rob. Thank you back to the live stream. Welcome. And we're going to move these guys. Oh, yeah, I do want to do comparison. Here, we'll put you back in there. We're going to do this again. Gonna take out the baby. The Baba Yaga. Come on. Give him the baby. Come on, Schmando. Okay. All right. here they are. So this is the new one. This is the original. Well, this is this was from his single pack where he came with the frog and he came with like the little ball and came with little other accessories and like a bowl and another thing. So this is like their very first one that they did. Not too bad. Not bad at all. Has little balls on the arms and the hands and the feet and the head. The head does kind of stick up a bit. It does give you a bit of articulation, like to look up. But compared to this, where I feel like he's even like looking up more, just like naturally. No, he's still looking up more, but even so, can't kind of push it, so he's looking up even actually further up. I like the new one's head better. I like the original one's body better. The body's all right. I do feel like this new body is definitely kind of like meant to more do like this. More kind of like fully compared to this. But he does feel kind of like baby-like and stubbly. And this one is just kind of like a brick. He's just standing there. He's very like, I'm not just a baby. I am driving a mech. I'm very serious. But I do like the whole blacked out eyes. And that's the same here too. So I wonder why they changed that. But we will try gonna try our head swap here. Just to do it. So there's the new head with the old body. That's honestly not too bad. I do have to kind of like, I have to see with the arms. Because the arms do feel kind of, feel like they do kind of have to be like out. But he feels a little awkward with the big head. Kind of accentuates that his arms aren't really perfect. I don't know. It just doesn't. Even like with the original, it's okay. Kind of takes away, but it evens out because this kind of sticks up a bit more. So I think he feels more alert there. But oh yeah, we'll do the swap here if we can. Nope, way bigger too. Way bigger peg, so can't even get close to fitting. But it'd probably look okay. That one looked too bad. Okay, well, we'll put the original back on here. Original on here. There we are. Get his little arms out. He's going to be held by Papa Schmando. By Papa Mando. Not the mom. He's like, don't touch this freaking baby. I will fucking murder everyone in this room for this baby, particularly. Because everyone wants to kill this baby, and I'd rather not. No one can kill the baby. That's the rule. And you're all trying to kill the baby, so I gotta kill you. Because I'm a bounty hunter. Oh, but he's not really a bounty hunter. He's just trying to find his home. And find his people. And then he does. But then they take off their helmets, and he kind of has like a crisis. And he's like, oh, what? He's like, you're not supposed to take off your helmet. Sinners or whatever. And they're like, bro, you're in like cult shit. And he's like, no, bro, it means something. It's real. Do you not see the world that we live in? It's real. This world crazy. I lived that. And they're like, I did too. The fall of Mandalore sucked. And he's like, yeah. Oh, what do you mean? Was that the lore? I don't know. Okay. Can you... Guess who's the recurring bit? No. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Frickin' Baba Yaga. Pop, pop. Pop, 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 pop. Oh yeah, this guy. And this lady. I forget all these characters' names, but there's this dude who I think had the IG unit. Somehow they were working together at some point, and then there's this lady who might be coming back. I don't know. Doesn't look like it. But she was cool. She was neat. She was a main character. But nothing too insane. Get them more centered up here in our thing. Get you better in frame. There we go. Okay. Another comparison. Cool little characters. Love the first season. It had the vibes. And then kind of do villains, kind of being more basic with it. Going with going with kind of like our main bad guys. And kind of like basic fodder for the IG. Have the Moff Gideon, where he has the Darksaber. This is the first one they did. And then the newer Star Wars Black Series Stormtrooper, which I have a lot of. And I think IG-11 killed a lot of. IG-12 probably killed more. Or probably a bit now, but not as many as probably IG-11, because he's insane, bro. But this Moff Gideon is still pretty cool. Could use an update, but that new one looked alright, but I'm okay with this one for now. I'm in no need. But now, these comparisons are going to be very interesting, especially this first one. So we're just going to do this one just by itself, because this is with our original IG-11 from the Black Series. Something that is kind of impressive, but then once you're going to get this side by side, it's like, oh, I see. I see the enhancements that had to be made to this character as a whole. Look at this guy. He kind of short, no? He pretty short. Proportions are like all off. He's a lot skinnier. I mean, if we get him, okay. Get him with main Mando, because this is, of course, more recent, so it looks better together. You can see how he kind of compares with this one. It still kind of works, but it's more generic. This is more, I think that this is more specific. A little bit more, I think more kind of like actual show accuracy. Well, this is just kind of used up. So I could like, I don't know if I could just like, just repaint this one or like remove paint and try to make it just a regular IG-88 as close as I can, or just, wait until they just make a new one, which they're probably going to do with this new body, because it would make sense, unless he's like shorter, but I didn't think he was, but you never know. All right. Pretty sick. Weird kind of thing, but has the same basic kind of details. Has all like the tan in the right places on the bicep and the copper on the shoulders, but has red eyes there. So maybe that was his original, but now they're white in there. I guess to be like, oh, he's full good now. And then he's got his straps on there. That's pretty interesting. I wonder if those would actually fit on top of him. That would be actually an interesting thing to do. I don't know if I can do it now because it is, fully wrapped around. Oh, and then of course the big point with this figure comes with, well, if I can get them to work, I can get them to stay on. Freaking bro. Freaking bro. All right, come on. Fit in the hand. Laser gun. Okay. Yeah, but of course he comes with actual weapons. Comes with a blaster and a rifle. So there's your blaster, your kind of standard, and then your rifle there. So we will actually try to get him to hold these. I don't know if he'll be fully capable, but we will grab him and see what he can do. Let's see if I can. Let's see which way is better. It seems like this way is better, but it's just really, really, man, it's just really difficult to try to get like a weapon in this hand. It's just like near impossible, really. Might have to like actually cut the hole bigger or kind of like heat it up and make it warp bigger. Could do that. Because it goes there, but then he's holding it like this. And that is not correct. So I kind of like just twisted it in. It's kind of loosely in there. There we go. That's something. It's not too bad. And if I can get the rifle, that would be even crazier. So I have no idea if that's even going to work. Oh, that just fits perfectly in his hand. What the heck? Oh, yeah. Look at him. Look at this little monster. This agent of chaos. What the heck? Oh, come on. Come on. You can do it. Be awesome. There you are. Look at him. Look at that dude. Look at these little dudes doing their duty. Okay. Feet are a bit wobbly. Not doing the grandest. They're still pretty okay. But this is a major upgrade. I think that this kind of completes it, at least for me. Just for now. Because, I think it just makes sense. He had blasters. Give him blasters. I'm not going to be using the old one. He's going to be in the back. And I got plenty of weapons I can give him, so it doesn't even matter. Man, I'm out of water. Getting very dry because I'm talking a lot. Okay. But then our next comparisons And our last kind of, well, no. Well, last of specific Mandalorian specific era stuff, we got a couple of our bounty hunters. We got Bill Burr's character, Bill Burr. Can't believe how good he was in this series. Be crazy if he's in the movie. Imagine that. Kind of like, hey, he's back again. Because I think he's not dead yet. So they can just bring him back. I would honestly love that. I'm like, Bill Burr, what the... Oh, what the are you doing up here? Where'd the gun go? The gun's gone. Where? Okay. I don't know if you saw where... Yeah, I don't know if y'all saw where... yeah, but where the gun went. It is gone. It's not in his hand. I feel like it went back. I can't see it. Okay. We will search later. We will not worry for now. We will just have the one rifle. Look at that. Look at these dudes. Imagine these guys as bounty hunters. That's like a crew. Like, this was like your crew, bro. Bro, you're screwed. I'm just going to move the little guys. They're going to move. Okay. I don't know where to put these guys. Yeah, they're just going to sit there on the shelf, but like for like presentation, because if this guy keeps falling, I'm like, I don't want to keep grabbing. So we're going to keep them there. Maybe they'll be okay. I'm not sure. Whatever. Okay. I do kind of actually want to get all my... Okay. We'll do it at the end, but we're going to probably do all our bounty hunters as like our final kind of like main showcase with this figure. But first, gotta definitely show off two of my favorite bounty hunters and two of the coolest figures from the Black Series, where we have the Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett and the Star Wars Black Series Cad Bane, the first version, where he's more kind of like your standard Western cowboy with the blazer and all that. But he looks amazing with this dude. They look great. And Boba looks like Boba Fett. You are not screwing with this guy. He does not care about your feelings. He's in it for the money. Well, okay, bud, I'll be eating dinner and listening. All right. All good, Diecast. Thank you for staying for the stream, and thank y'all for 4 likes. Really appreciate it. But look at these figures. They look so great. Oh my God. And then our last 2 comparisons, our final comparisons. Going to be with 2 of our other bounty hunters, one from the original trilogy and one from the newer kind of series. Of course, it's Black Chrysanthemum from the Book of Boba Fett and this guy from from the Empire Strikes Back, from the Archive wave. I can't remember this guy's name, but he's great. He's a great figure. It's great having this guy. He's so weird. Crazy that he's one of the top bounty hunters. like beside yeah, like Boba Fett and IG-88. Well, yeah, IG-88, because it's 11 and 12, so I think it's 88. I can't remember, but we'll see. So we'll put these guys back here. We'll put him a little bit closer, and him a little bit closer. These can be pretty cool. They're all kind of together. Kind of like have our lineup. Maybe do Boba Fett next to Black Chrysanthemum, because it kind of makes sense with what the vibes are. Can I have Cad Bane back there? Because the IG-11's main crew, well, also have the old. So he can be in the back here. Like he makes both. Yeah, we're trying to make but Boba Fett kind of stand out more because it's Boba Fett, but Cad Bane gets a premium spot there. Full airtime. But we do have two other ones that we got to add, and then we'll even add maybe a couple other characters. But we do got Bill Burr and this dude. Maybe we'll put him in front of Black Chrysanthemum. And look at this crew of dudes. All these weird guys. All bounty hunters. I'm gonna get this more focused in. It does look different because it has the red, so it's still look different. So I can still pass it off as a different IG unit. I'm gonna move you even further. Bro. Oh. My stomach is rumbling. I need to go eat. Alright. Alright, toilet paper head. Alright, Mr. Toilet Paper. Stand. Stand on your feet, please. Kind of funny that, that Bill Burr is kind of like, he's just there. He's just there, bro. He's just there, dude. But he's got a cool setup. He's got cool guns. He's an awesome character. Look at this. This is a crew. This is, this would be like on a wanted poster. And you got Baby Yoda in the middle there. This is hilarious. I love this. I don't think I can do better than this. So yeah, I think we're gonna call this good. You can get this last IG kind of shaking out of here. A bit more. There we go. He's just back there. He just kind of blends right in with the background. That's kind of the point. But yeah. Do I want to get anything else up on here? I guess I could do. If we want to do full on. Could include our main one. The Mandalorian, who kind of covers up the baby. And this is kind of like his early version. But if we do want to get technical, because this is his series that started this all, and this is where this is as well, in The Mandalorian, in the later season, so makes more sense for this. Look at that crew, bro. And this guy's the leader. And these are just like his other dudes. We gotta get the Grogu out there. But look at that. Look at this shot. I love this. I need to do a picture on this, but in another time. But we need to get our guys front and center for this end scene. Because of course it's not all about Mando. It's all about this IG and Grogu. The IG unit and Grogu, who look great. Hey, Justin, welcome to the live stream. We're looking at some Star Wars guys. Where's the you out here? You here? We're gonna move this dude. Get your hat. There. Still not Wonder Woman, lol. One day, maybe. I just don't have the intent to really get a Wonder Woman. Because I already have a good one. But I might need a more classic one at some point. Forgot you went live at 8. Lol. Well, I went live at 6 today. Posted that on the gram. But I appreciate you being here. Oh. Cad Bane, come on. You need to look good. Because you're a badass freaking character. Look at that, man. Look at all that swagger. All right. You need the Gal Gadot, the Wonder Woman. At some point. I don't even have like any of like the other like versions of those DC characters. I don't have like any of the Snyder stuff really. I need to. But I don't. It's not something I really need. But we'll see. Because I'm more of just like a comic book guy, so. Because the latest of like is like of DC that I got was the Cyborg, the Superman, from Mafex, and he looks pretty great. But of like movies, I got like all like the James Gunn, the Suicide Squad movie figures, and where if you got them all, you got King Shark. In the end, King Shark's great, in my opinion. But like movie-wise, besides that, do I even have anything? What the heck do I have? There's movies, there's that. Yeah, it's just those. And then also I have the 1966 McFarlane line. I have a few of those figures. I have Robin and Batman. I got the robot Batman as well, so pretty nice. But yeah, some great figures. We're gonna do him over here now because he needs to stand out more. Look at that. Looky there. Oh my God. It works. It's almost like planning out your picture in your head can also help. But they do kind of stick out a little bit. Do him in the back a bit more. Or we just... Okay, there we go. So that's not working. It's always just about this guy. Okay. And also Black Chrysanthemum keeps taking up the spotlight too. But look at this crew. This is not a bad crew. I just wish that Baby Yoda would be incongruent because he keeps losing focus. But there he is. Looking great. Looking cool. Looking awesome. Wish this would focus. Camera is there. New retouch. That. I wish it wouldn't do this. Turn off retouch. I just hate that it's like it just doesn't like lock in on what I want to do. Because I'm trying to focus it, but it's like, no. We're going to go back to Black Chrysanthemum. I get it. He's entirely black, so he takes up a lot of, I guess, kind of like dead space in this crew, but he works so well. I can't leave him out. Maybe we'll put him here and we'll put this guy here. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that crew. Look at that band of bounty hunters. Move you out to... Careful. Okay. Honestly, that's not bad at all. That is not a bad crew at all. But yeah, hope y'all have enjoyed. Hopefully you can focus on the baby at some point. But yeah, no. Thank y'all for joining me on this stream. Been a fun time. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all we're looking at now. We're at 2 hours and 34 minutes. It is 8:41. I mean, what are we looking at? We're looking at that. We're looking at that. We'll see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think we are done for the night. This has been a really great time on this stream. Thank y'all for You ever hanging out? You ever hanging out with me, asking questions, seeing stuff, and just chatting? Like, this is like the perfect way a stream can go. So thank you. Shout out my top fans, of course. Head over Diecast. Thank you. Hanging out. Head over Diecast. Oh yeah, I see your thing now with your with your logo. That's actually really cool. Justin Switzer at number 2, 75 XP, and Head Over Diecast got 150 XP. Number 3 was Silent Rob Stop Motion, 50 XP, and Gabe at 25 XP. That is, yeah, that's a statistic, I guess. You've been here the longest, so have an XP. They got XP now, I guess. But yeah, thank you all for joining me. Hope you have enjoyed a little bit of Star Wars stuff going on here. This figure is pretty great. Definitely going on the shelf, probably exactly like this, and just being perfect. I don't mind that I have another Grogu that's going to be in frame of another one. I think it's just fun. I could do maybe like another alien if I wanted to, but I feel like this Grogu kind of works well. You know, it's made for this, so I think it'll just work fine. I'm not going to be bothered by it, but yeah. Hope you all have enjoyed it. You know, as always, at the end here, we're going to plug yet again. Be sure, check out the Instagram. Got brand new pictures. Did a collaboration with some of my other toy photography buddies, so be sure to check that out. And then have other reels and other pictures that came out recently, specifically of Joker and Harley Quinn. So if you want to check that out, be sure to go look at that account on my Instagram. Link is in the description. You know, also be sure to like this video. Comment what you want to see on the channel or your thoughts about any kind of figures or anything that you have in your collection or anything about what I open up here on the stream. And then lastly, of course, subscribe. Subscription goes a long way. I really appreciate it. And thank y'all for the 4 likes here at the end of the live stream. 2 hours and 37 minutes and 47 seconds. So y'all have a good one. And I'll see you next week. It's going to get spooky. Even more spooky. Spooky season is upon us. Goodbye.